Oh, and here's another. Here's another. Well, there's a. I don't know if you can see the center of. Well, hang on. All right, there we go. I think that's it. But there's a nice shiny ball. I don't know what it is, but hell, it looks nice. And there's another one right there. I mean, there's all kinds of interesting little things that, I'll be the first to admit I'm probably gonna be, but you can tell I've got, there's a whole section through here, section through here. Right now, like I said, I'm just doing a walkthrough. I can pull all these weeds, but look at this. And look, people, I'm still going. And look at that. There's this center section right here. I can clean it out, spread it out, probably take it down that way. Or, now what's going to be good is we ain't got to the best part yet. We ain't even close to it yet. But you can tell how much of that flood cut. Hang on. I had to back up a little bit. But originally you can tell this section was not here because that's a tree root. Okay? All of this was undercut. This wasn't even here. Like I said, where I'm standing at now was a small trickle of a creek. But then the other one was over on over this hill. And it just took out. And look how much it undercut. Can you imagine the force, the amount of water? And eventually I'll be able to. But look, that's actually down to, if you look right there, I can't really see, but if you look at that section, you'll see a layer of dirt, and then it goes to, I guess it's blue clay, or black clay with stuff mixed in with it. There's a layer, there's dirt, a layer of stuff, clay, a layer of stuff, clay, then down to the water. So, and that goes that whole section right there. So whatever was there, hang on, there you go. It's kind of hard for me to see the screen, it's tiny, but you can actually see the clay layer right there. So, but like I said, we'll end up doing the well, like I said, here's another section. And I haven't even got to the fancy part. The part that I really want to show you. But like I said, as soon as but like I said, you can see this whole set. Now just look how just that little distance I walked, and you can see there's a place there. There's a place there. I can actually, and then there's of course this. This looks like a sandbar, don't it? Alright. As you can see, I'm going to use the, I can't see crap, but with this screen. But there's a leaf, I'll use it. There. When you start looking down, you go right there, you go down about 6 or 8 inches, and it is, it starts getting to bigger gravel. So there's basically gravel with a layer of sand on top. A lot of it is in here. And you can see how much it was cut down. Like I said, people, I'm still just walking. Here's another one of those tailings piles. We've already passed a couple of these, but whenever I set the dredge up here, see, here's another layer of hard pack or clay or whatever you want to call it. Okay, but you see it also has catches on the front, catches on the back, has all kinds of little places. Look, I'll go through like some of these roots and stuff, but I'm gonna re-go through these tailings piles that I see with the sluice. And for right now, I'll just end up, but like I said, you can see just how big this section right here is. And you can see as I'm coming, the rocks are getting bigger. Okay, and look at those rapids right there. Well, you get the idea. See, originally all that was over here instead of over there, and you can tell where that flood just cut this whole section out. I mean, right now and see, this whole section right here. So anybody that's prospecting way downstream, hell, this stuff might have made it all the way to South Carolina for all I know. But look at this. I mean, this whole section right here I can get. And it turns out, it seems like this video only makes, this camcorder only makes like 10-minute videos. Not really sure why. I mean, it's a $35 camcorder, so I'm not going to complain. I've just got to start learning to time myself. This is actually, I didn't even realize it had started another, it automatically starts another video after the 10-minute mark, so count this as like video number 2 of the walkthrough. But you can see all of this. But just imagine, here I'm walking and I'm taking a leisurely pace, but I'm not going slow. But this whole section right through here, look at this, okay? Yeah. And see, I've still got all of this, okay? All of this. And you can tell where the creek originally was. It was over here. Well, part of that got washed out too, but you get the idea. All this, okay. So, but there's some beautiful rocks and stuff in here. Not too big, not too small. But like I said, all this. Hang on. Now you see some fine sand that I'm walking through now. I mean, you can take your boots and feel the difference. But if you notice, but see right here, you'll see gravel with sand over here. Okay, so I'm assuming that if I just hit the center on some of this stuff and just take a lot of the sand and put it over here, you can tell where the water came up through that down through the field during the flood and took all that out. But you know, hey, but here's another section where the flood brought down here. But guess what? Do you hear that sound? That is the feature I was wanting to show you. Alright, now this, I just walked through a hole that's probably about 3.5 feet. So like I said, this place, you know, gets deep, but not bad. There's no chuck holes or anything. But there's a section through here that I want. But this log, that sound that you're hearing, is actually that little itty bitty waterfall right there. And it's the water going over the log, catching on a vine. So that's pretty good water flow right there. You know, I'd like to have the sluice get like that, nice and even. But look at this. Alright, this log has caught all of this. Well, let me do that again. There we go. There we go. Right here. But look at all this. I mean, this will be fantastic. And whenever I dig into this, yeah, that will release some of the stuff underneath. But once I release all that that's under here and over there, it will basically pretty much just, you know, settle. You know, if it's heavy, it's going to settle right within this calm spot, okay? Or push it off into there, you know, and then swirl and come back out. So, but like I said, hang on. This is going to be kind of tricky because I got a camcorder in one hand. Hang on, 'cause I got to climb over it. Like I said, we're not even done with this walk yet. Okay, this might be a 3-part video. Here we go. Okay, but you saw how much that raised me up. Hang on. Spider webs. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. Well, and like I said, we're not even done with the walk yet. Okay. Alright, no, here's a sandbar where you go down about I think this one was 8 inches down, and it goes to gravel. Okay, and all this right here is sand and gravel right here, because you can feel, and actually you can probably hear the difference in my trumping. All right, I don't know if you can hear that, but I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, I'm moving a lot of stuff just with my feet, and it's not all sand. Okay, so this would be a good spot to go. And like I said, I'm not going to worry too much about. There we go. Here's another bar that I can get, and basically just slide. You know, anything that's not valuable or doesn't look pretty, I'm going to slide off into the holes and level them out. Okay, and like I said, this is a big area right through here. And like I said, once I get some of this stuff pulled back, I mean, like right here is, looks like another tailings pile. Okay, right there, and you can tell that's a pretty decent one. I know that's a tailing pile, because well, but it's just where you could have been the landlords, you know, like you know, doing some test panning. So, because they love to pan. Okay, like I said, these are some great landlords. Okay, and if you notice, I'm still walking. Okay. Oops, another spider web. There you go. But like I said, now right now I'm walking through sand gravel combination. Now here's another sandbar that it's more or less, it looks like sand, but you go down. I think this one was 12 inches. Well, there's one of the holes right there. You got down to the base of that hole, and it starts doing gravel and quartz. Well, basically that's what sand is quartz. But here's another. You can tell how deep some of these holes are. Look here. That's about knee level, so that's about 2 foot. But you can tell all the water, all this gravel right here, and I'll simply take a bunch of this, everything that you see right here, and level it down into this hole. And but like I said, you see, and we ain't done with this walk yet. But we're getting close to the end now. But look at all this right here I get to go through. Now all this section through here was basically made with a track hoe, because trying to get the flood had messed up this whole area so bad, it had actually took out this whole. You see how far back that is? That's not the creek. That's where the flood took everything and whipped it right there, and took it all through there and down. So like I said, all of that used to be right here. Okay, so that's a massive amount of dirt and stuff that's